Record on the cloud. All right, we're recording. And
Okay, so it is now 7:38. I will call to order the September 21st meeting of the Board of Police Commissioners. First item on the agenda, approval of the minutes of the July 20th, 2020 meeting. Do I have a motion? Commissioner Clemens, Collier Clemens moves. Do we have any corrections, omissions, deletions? Seeing none, I will ask for a vote to approve the minutes as submitted. All in favor? Oh, did we lose Commissioner Straniti?
She was on.
yeah, she popped off. She is not on anymore. Yeah, she was here. I don't know. We lost her.
She said to me she was trying to get on. Now she said, okay, did we start again in? Try again, I'll say. For some reason, she's having a difficult time getting in.
All right, I'm going to send her the link again.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Okay, I just emailed her the link again.
Okay. Let me see if I can call her.
I think this iPhone might be her.
Okay. Try reconnecting to the internet. It says she had no internet, so I think that might be part of the problem. That happens to me sometimes.
I don't know how that happens. Like, that never happened.
Okay. We'll move forward with some of the other things, and then you can get in.
Okay. All
All right. So the first item, okay, the first item on the agenda is public comment. Do we have anybody that is waiting to speak to the commission? I see somebody on an iPhone. I'm not sure who that is.
I think that's Commissioner Straniti, I believe.
No, she said she wasn't.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Let me,
Nope, that person is now gone.
the iPhone just left.
Do we have any correspondence that people wish to use in public participation?
No, I got nothing sent to me. It was my email address that we advertised.
Okay. So we'll close public comment. Next item on the agenda is July Officers of the Month, Sergeant Garrett Kruger and Officer Gabe DeMott. Chief?
All right, so we didn't meet in August, so we have two awards for this meeting. The first one is for July. This was Sergeant Kruger and Officer DeMott. On July 9th, they were dispatched at 6:12 in the morning to a suspicious person on 2nd Street by Norwalk Harbor. While they were en route there, they got notification that the subject had entered the water. When they arrived, they couldn't find the person. They removed their equipment and entered the water to search for the person that was submerged. They located him underwater, pulled him to dry land, began CPR. The person was resuscitated. However, several days later did pass away at Norwalk Hospital. But for their actions and on that morning, we thought they were definitely worthy of Officer of the Month for July.
I certainly agree, Commissioner Clemens. This is just another example, again, of really going above and beyond. You know, it was quite, I read about this in the paper, and I was quite impressed with the actions of the officers. And again, it doesn't surprise me because both officers have been before us before. And this is something, you know, going above and beyond what we would normally expect. And it's just a tribute to the type of police department that we have. Commissioner Clemens, I don't know if you want to have any comments or.
Just that it's really heartwarming to see that our police officers have the professionalism, but they also have the heart and the concern for each individual, regardless of what situation that we're in, and it's commendable.
And the next item is the recognition of Officers of the Month for August. Officer Raul Alderando, Officer James Barron, Officer Anthony Del Pino, Officer Theodore Garbera, Officer Andrew Ronsinski, and Officer Jean-Max Sixto. Chief?
Okay, and this was for, this is all the same incident, which occurred August 25th. On that day, we had a report of a stabbing of two persons at the Hilton Garden Inn on Main Avenue. Officers Garbera and Alderando responded to the scene and located two victims with serious stab wounds. While they were treating the people, they also gathered information on a possible suspect, and based upon very limited information on the description and possible first name, Officer Sixto recognized that person as someone that he knew from the South Norwalk area. They were able to piece it together relatively quickly, and Officers Ronsinski, Del Pino, and Barron, several hours later, were conducting a search of South Norwalk area and located and arrested the suspect for the stabbing of the two people. Again, great teamwork. First aid was administered, which may have saved one of the persons that had a serious stab wound. Both of them were seriously injured, and they arrested the person responsible relatively quickly based on Officer Sixto's knowledge of his community down there. So again, we believe that they all were merited Officer of the Month recognition for August 2020.
Again, another example of good police work, teamwork. And, you know, we always talk about how our officers do end up or do take extreme measures to become familiar with people in their community, people that they see on a regular daily basis. That's because they're out there in the community, meeting people, speaking with people, using their experience to gain that knowledge. And so, you know, I think it's, again, a great job by all, and I want to congratulate them and thank them for who they are and what they do. And I've got to plug in my computer right now, otherwise I'm going to lose y'all.
I'd also like to commend the officers for the month. They did outstanding work, and it just shows that community policing goes beyond just giving a better image of the police officers to the community and getting the community to know them. The officer has the advantage and has the another tool for them in knowing their community and being able to recall and piece together the puzzle and bring those who are perpetrators to justice. And I commend you.
So again, our congratulations to the officers. I know we can't be there to recognize them in person, but certainly our message is loud and clear that we thank them for their service and what they do for the city of Norwalk and for the residents that live here, keeping us safe. Like I said, it's not just 8 hours a day. Our police department is out there working 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And I have to tell you that from my standpoint, I get a lot of positive comments from the police about the police department and the men and women who work so very hard. Our community is very confident in you, and our community is very proud of you. So I do want to say that. And again, thank you from me, and thank you. I'm sure the commission feels the same.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're still trying to get Commissioner Stranidi in. Patrol staffing and selective enforcement report. Deputy Chief Walsh.
Good evening. I will do July and August simultaneously. July 2020 and August 2020, there's 178 sworn personnel with 3 patrolman vacancy. For July, there was 233 sick days and 236 in August. The high amount of sick days is probably correlated to COVID restricted time off due to the quarantines, officers going on vacation and out of state. They're using some time off when they return, which would explain the amount of sick time for those 2 months. Workman's compensation days for July was 60, 0.75 and 58, down a little bit from previous months. Activity in the Detective Bureau remained steady. They did have some significant incidents. They did have a shooting with 1 person injured. Detectives arrested a derelict person on a warrant, charging kidnapping first and sexual assault from a previous investigation in May, I do believe. And several juveniles were taken into custody and remanded to youth detention. Both were significant car burglars, probably responsible for a large percentage of our car burglary at night. In August, as the chief mentioned, we did have the stabbing on Main Avenue. Our arrest was made through patrol. Great job done by patrol. And they arrested a subject on 4 counts of burglary, whom was breaking into the grocery store on West Cedar Street. And there was a slight uptick in car burglaries in August. Special Services, they concluded an investigation into an individual who was stopping motorists with a red, special victims unit. He was stopping individuals and were waiting with a red and blue light, quasi-posing as a police officer. They did an investigation into that individual and an arrest was made. And they initiated several new online child pornography cases in the month of July. Special victims for August, they investigated 2 hoax bomb complaints at 2 separate schools, unfounded. There was no suspects. They worked with NPS on both of those. We used our explosive ordnance dogs to search both buildings. No follow-up could be done. Both were done with voice over IP internet, so they couldn't do much of a follow-up on those. Community policing stayed active. Traffic unit, 36 infractions issued. The selective enforcement locations were Wayton Avenue, Weed Avenue, Nursery Street, West Rocks Road. Most of the locations reported by citizens. And they had 3 ongoing serious MVA investigations ongoing. For patrol incidents in July, there was 4,888, so patrol remained busy. And in August, patrol had 4,389 calls for service. Some of the highlights for special victims in August, Special Services, They seized $154,000 from an individual for an asset forfeiture who was attempting to buy a large amount of narcotics in Norwalk. Investigation was spearheaded by our TFO Rodriguez out of the Bridgeport field office. So we should get a significant asset forfeiture. And SNAT officers also located the person who was wanted on that stabbing in August. And they also conducted compliance checks with Board of Health inspectors on the restaurants for COVID reopening. 4 businesses were cited by the Board of Health. 2 were temporarily closed. For selective enforcement, there was 94 infractions given out for the month of July, mostly for speeding, traveling too fast, and other stop sign and control signal violations. For August,
Is there a reason,
was-
it seems like that was a pretty big dip, except for April, there were only 29. But, you know, there were 290, 215, 297, seems like a pretty big dip in July.
I would say we've had a drop in self-initiated activity in the patrol division due to
Okay.
varying reasons.
All right, well, we can talk about that offline.
In the month of August, there was 96. We did towards the end of August and September, we did start the slow down days. Most of those tickets were given out in September, so we did see some high activity in the beginning of September. The traffic unit did concentrate on all the school zones in town, trying to prepare for the beginning of school, and we're still out there concentrating on the bus locations to assure bus safety for the children.
Just out of curiosity, we don't normally get anything, well, especially for maybe in June, July, August, parts of September, activities from the Marine Division relative to any activity on the water that they take out regarding speeding in the harbor or anything like that. Any of the inspections they may be doing. Could we kind of get something from them maybe next month?
Sure. I know that they had a very busy boating season.
I
Boating
can
was,
imagine.
they were very busy with assists, but Officer Jose Silva and Officer Matthew Nyquist, they were the seasonal officers down there, and they did a phenomenal job. Sergeant LePac didn't want to see him leave when we pushed him back to the patrol. They were phenomenal officers. They did a lot of self-initiated activity. I looked at it last week. I didn't, but I'll have it ready for next meeting.
Yeah, I think that's helpful because the water is such an important part of our community for not only tourism, but the boaters that use it on a regular basis, one of which I know is you, and the other one is me. So if we can kind of get some, just some information as to how they did.
Sure, we'll do.
Commissioner Clemens, any questions?
No questions at this
I
time.
noticed we still have that one unnecessary noise infraction that we had, so that's good. Back in May, when I go sit down on Washington Street to have dinner, I hear it. So okay. So no questions. Anything else for us, Deputy Chief Walsh?
No, sir, at this time.
Okay, Deputy Chief Zeka, our administrative report.
Just to let you know that Commissioner Sternidi is back on.
I see her. Yes. Okay.
I
Good.
am back. Thank you.
Good. We just went through the patrol staffing and patrol operations report.
Okay.
So now we're on to administration.
And the training for July and August has remained relatively light in adherence to COVID restrictions. We've begun holding more of the review credit classes this month, so you'll see an uptick in the training next month. During July and August, we did the annual firearms requalifications, the low light and use of force training, and NCIC, their collect certifications were renewed. And there was also ESU team training, and that was about it for, and there were some people finishing up the legal updates training, but that was about it for July and August. Again, you'll see a difference next month as we start holding in-person classes again. I think the mayor might have frozen. Commissioners, did you have any questions about the training?
No, will there be a significant increase with the resuming of in-person classes?
Yeah, so we started all our regular review credit training that has basically been on hold for 6 months. So some of those classes are happening now.
Okay,
And then we'll be looking to institute some newer things or refreshers on things we haven't done in a few years.
okay.
I don't have any questions. Thanks.
Mayor, you back? Looks like he might have froze again.
Yeah, we lost him for a minute. Now he's back, but
There he
there we
is.
go.
Okay. Yeah, my battery was really low and I thought my computer was plugged in, but it wasn't plugged in all the way. Okay, well, I don't know if there's any questions of the commissioners. Seeing none, and we can move on. Chief, I think in the interest of brevity, if for nothing else, if you look at the tuition reimbursements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you've inspected all the documents, you can make a recommendation and we can pass them all together as the same we can do with the course approval.
Yeah, we've reviewed both of those, the tuition reimbursements as well as the course approvals. It's all standard. No issues with anything, all meeting the guidelines.
So if one of the commissioners wants to read the 5 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tuition reimbursements as a motion.
Okay, I move that we approve tuition reimbursement for Deputy Chief James Walsh, Sergeant Ryan Everts, Lieutenant Terry Blake, Lieutenant Jared Zickler, and Officer Danielle Vasquez for the amounts that are stated on each of their applications.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Commissioner Sternidi, would you like to do the course approvals?
Sure, I'll make a motion that we approve course approval for Lieutenant Terry Blake, Sergeant Rafael Fonseca, Lieutenant Jared Zwickler, Officer Daniel Vasquez, and Officer Robert Castaldi.
Chief, you've reviewed and everything is good on those?
Yeah.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now we need a motion to approve and to congratulate Deputy Chief Walsh for receiving his master's degree. So we'll need a motion on that.
I also move that motion.
Congratulations.
And a master's annual stipend.
Thank
What
you.
is that now? 1,200? Is that 1,200 or 1,000?
I think it's 1,200. I'm not positive.
Okay. So it's been moved that we approve the master's degree annual stipend for Deputy Chief James Walsh by Commissioner Collier Clemens. Any further discussion?
Actually, that was Kelly, I think.
Oh, okay,
I
Commissioner
moved it,
Sternidi.
yeah. And
Okay.
congratulations.
That's right, it was.
Yeah, I just said congratulations.
Okay. And if there's no further discussion, I have to add my congratulations for Deputy Chief Walsh. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I'm in favor. That's opposed, no one. Okay, congratulations again. Chief, the information items, complimentary letters.
Yeah, you have them in your packet. There's a number of emails that were received from the past 2 months, thanking officers for a variety of things. Rabbi Hecht sent something in regarding the community police officers. We had a couple emails from residents regarding the protests and that they took part and they were pleased with how things went. Another one from someone that was at the beach and had an issue there, and Lieutenant John and Officer Tabor were able to help them at the beach. Another one for Officer Crawford, who helped someone at the Waypoint Garage. And there was an internet phishing scheme that Officer Garbera was able to help someone with, and then Detective Maloney was able to follow up, and they were very appreciative of both of them. Another one from the beach, somebody with dementia had wandered off, and officers were able to assist them. That was Officers Officer DeMeglio and Lodano. On our social media, a teacher from Stanford was thanking officers regarding Cranberry School. Her kids go to Cranberry School. And that is the last one for complimentary letters.
I believe you probably can confirm, just like I do, and probably the commissioners as well as the deputy chiefs, the amount of complimentary comments that I receive has increased significantly, and the complaints I receive are virtually non-existent. Certainly, if there's a complaint, I forward it right on to the chief, and I can't recall the last time that happened. I may have him look into something or ask him a question about something, but it just shows that our police officers, our men and women, are out there working very diligently, very hard.
Yep. We lost the mayor again.
Can you hear me? Okay. I thought it was me.
Hello? Yeah, All right, the mayor's logging back in. He'll be back in a second. That's not good. I don't have him on the phone either. That went out too, so we'll see. Hello? I lost your. I'm still trying to get him back. So stand by. It's connecting. Now you're muted. Let me find you. Mayor. I cannot.
Okay, I hear now. Did I unmute myself?
Yeah, you have to unmute yourself.
But did I?
Yep, you're good.
Okay.
All right.
All right. All I can see is you, Chief.
You're on with everybody.
Okay.
All right, so then,
yeah.
the only last item informational, there's a card in there for the International Alliance of Chaplains. That was the group. I don't know. I know the mayor was there. I'm not sure who else was there. There was a prayer walk several months back, and this group came to the prayer walk. They then met with me since then to offer their support to the department. I'm going to put them in touch with our chaplains, but I just wanted to bring it to their attention as the commission. This group is mainly out of New York, but they do have some people here in the Connecticut area as well. And they'd like to get involved. So I'm going to reach out to our chaplains and have them hook up with them to see how they could help us.
Okay. Okay, so now, now I can see the deputy chiefs and Commissioner Clemens. And now I can see Commissioner Sternita. I see, I got to scroll back and forth. Okay, so next item on the agenda, Chief, is, now are we in executive session?
No, I got to stop I have to pause the recording and I got to bring you into a meeting room.
Okay, so a motion to go into executive session at 8:16 for the purpose of discussion personnel items.
So
And
moved.
Delene, if you want, we can do the rest of this because there's just gonna be one item. So if you didn't want to wait around,
Okay, you just want to email me in the morning?
yeah, we could just send you any information to close out the meeting.
Okay, perfect. Have a great night.
Okay,
Thanks.
care.
Bye.
okay, hold on one second. I gotta. And I assume, Officer Tahada, that Dan is going to join us too?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. So I'm bringing him in, us, the mayor, and Sue. Okay. And we are now recording again. Did we lose the mayor? I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like we lost the mayor again.
Oh, he's coming back. Okay, we got everybody. Okay, so we're recording again. We're out of executive session at 8:29.
You're on mute.
Mr. Mayor, you're on mute.
Wait a minute. There I go. Okay.
Yep.
So during executive session, there were no motions made, no votes taken. Now we need a motion relative to the disability pension request. One of the commissioners.
I think Commissioner Collier Clemens is trying to make it, but she's muted.
Oh, thank you for telling me. I forgot. I thought I was talking. Oh, but I move approval of the request for disability pension for Officer Christina Tejeda,
Effective October 13th.
effective October 13th, 2020.
Any further discussion? Just from my point, so I can do it in public session. Thank you, Officer Tejada, for your service to the city of Norwalk. And we wish you well in whatever future endeavor you decide to undertake. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And the next meeting is scheduled for October 19th, 2020 at 6:45 PM. And I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, and we are adjourned at, Chief, I don't have my watch in front of me, my clock. What time is it?
8:31.
8:31. We are adjourned at 8:31. Thank you all, and we'll see you soon.
And Christina, you better be on time tomorrow because you're still got another month or 3 weeks.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
All
Take
right.
care. Be
Have a
safe.
good night.